Welcome to this Scorpio meditation. Before you start, you can make sure that you're comfortable in a seated posture of your choice. And you can have a block, a pillow, or a blanket supporting your sitting bones so your hips are just a little bit higher as you sit up. And on your next inhale, you can take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. You can inhale through your nose and take a deep sigh out through your mouth. One more in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And then from there you can start with moving your upper body in small circles, forwards, backwards. And notice how you connect your left and your right sitting bone towards the earth, and how your spine starts to gently flow in those circles. And you feel your body moving forward, sideways, backwards. And this can just be your own rhythm, your breath, whether it's small movements or bigger ones, or fast circles or very slow ones. Start to tap into the rhythm of your body. And maybe you start a little bit faster and notice that the circles are slowing down a little bit. As you become more and more aware of the movements, more and more aware of the flow, and maybe the rush of the outer world is slowly fading. Or maybe you had a very busy day and it's still very present. And change sides and circle the other direction. And again, just feel if your body is craving fast movements or slow movements, big circles or small ones. Just notice what comes naturally. And maybe the repetition of the circles will help you to tune more and more inwards. Allow the outer world to fade more and more to the background. And then see if you can make your circles smaller and more subtle until the movement is hardly visible. But you can still feel it. It has the same effect as the bigger circles, but just with the minimum amount of movements, you already get the same sensation of moving your spine and moving your body, switching the energy from the outer world back into the inner world. You still feel that flow. It's still there, even though someone would hardly see you move if they were looking at the way you sit here right now. But you do feel that movement. So it's more becoming inwards, more subtle. It's shifting more and more in the energetic layer. And then you find the stillness and just observe how you respond to this stillness. From there, start to sink more and more into your base. Feel how the rest of your body is slowly softening into the seated posture. Your jaws are no longer locked, your eyes are soft, shoulders resting, not holding on to tension anymore. And you allow everything that arises in this moment, good or bad, high frequency or low frequency, slowly moving away isn't a judgment, but it's okay if there's a certain discernment into your observations. It's okay to notice that some days your energy is a bit lower and acknowledge that. And some days your energy might be a little bit higher and acknowledge that without putting a label upon it, but there is this certain distinct sensation that you notice and that you can embrace. And it also has to do with accepting the highs and the lows, the light and the dark, and allowing the shadows to be there too. Allowing ourselves to be distracted, to feel annoyed, to feel restless. Allow these shadow sides to rise during your meditation as well. This is not the point to only focus and highlight. It's not the point of meditating to only look at the light and only acknowledge when we feel calm and centered. It's also the time to tune inwards and acknowledge when we feel distracted, when we feel out of balance, and sit with that. Scorpio is an excellent time to sink into these shadows, to review them, embody them, feel them. Don't push them away. We try to run from them sometimes, or we try to close our eyes for them, pretend that they're not there. But when you take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and form this affirmation that you are okay with the light and the dark, with the perfections and the imperfections, with everything that arises in your inner space, your inner world. Anything can be there. Then you truly dive deep and you truly feel what is hidden, and you can peel back those layers and in full honesty observe, feel, and be present in your own space. And once you let go that goal of making it perfect, of always having to be super calm, relaxed, and in control, or whatever it is that you're putting upon yourself, see if you can also dig deeper and find that compassion to sit with the darkness, to sit with the shadows, and feel that relief. Feel that relief when you accept yourself for the perfect and the imperfections, for the light and the dark, for the focus and the distractions, for the chaos and the times you shine. It's all there, and it is all allowed to be there. And when we embrace that, we lift such a heavy load off of our shoulders, because you can just be. So whatever rises is welcome. Just allow yourself to sort through the emotions, the thoughts, the stories, the physical limitations. Whatever comes up today, with full honesty, with full awareness. Welcome in everything that arises, that comes in into your space. Embody it, feel it, acknowledge it. And release it when it's no longer there to teach you anything. No longer necessary to carry on with you. Allow these shadows to point out where you can grow, where you can learn lessons, and then move on. It's pointless to stay there, observing it, and not doing anything about it or not accepting it, running away from it. So allow these lessons to be integrated. Take as much time as you need, and then it's time to let them go. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. 2 more in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Last one, place both your hands on the ground, on the earth. Inhale. Exhale, release. And then slowly blink your eyes back open. Take all the time you need to return back. Maybe it's nice to take your journal out and write a few sentences about the things that came up during the meditation, so you can actually review them and let them go. Especially when we see the words on paper, it can sometimes help us to digest it and then release it because it's out of your system, so to say. So have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for joining.